Somebody told me a very long time ago that there's only two kinds of art in the world: good art and crap. And you just have to choose which one you want to make. I'm Sophie Howard. I live in Bristol. I'm a sculptor. I've been making sculpture for about 45 years. I probably started making sculpture consciously when I was 18. I didn't really think of myself as a sculptor until a bit later. And when I sort of stumbled towards art school, I did discover that I wasn't really a painter, and started doing some sculpture and found that had the right kind of resistance for me. I wanted to make things, and I think painting and sculpture are very different things. Painting is image making, is that, whereas sculpture is making a thing, making new things, putting new things into the world. I made a lot of things. I made a lot of huge bits of nonsense and quite a lot of small ones, but I'd missed the first year of the sculpture course because I've been doing painting. So I missed a lot of the basics. So I was jumping into making things without much guidance. That was fine, actually. I think that was probably, but also it was fine, but it was quite foundational for me, because that's what I do. I jump into making things without much knowledge. Although there's a downside to it, doing things and you don't know what you're doing. It's also a sort of, in terms of ideas, it's actually quite a good thing, I think, because it means that I don't feel there are things I can't do. Or I suppose, to look at it another way, I can't do anything very well, so I might as well just do anything, everything, whatever I want. What inspires me most when I'm wanting to make a sculpture, what kicks that off, is the idea that something physical, visual, a thing, actually embodies a meaning, a feeling, so that it's a communication without words. It's something that can be experienced as a physical object. Usually, I would make a series of things and I would go, oh yeah, well that works because of this bit works, that bit doesn't work, it's too small, it's too big. So it might be that, for example, that I make 10 versions of the thing that I think I want to make, and somewhere along the line, one or two of them work. So they're sort of experiments. This is a good example of that. Having been quite a long road, with a lot of mistakes along the way, but this particular object I'm reasonably satisfied with, and it had a journey like that. I struggled with her face, because in the previous versions, the smaller versions that I'd made, all the other versions I'd made, I always ended up making a face. And as soon as you make a face, you've got somebody. There's somebody there. It's hard not to focus on the face, because that's what we do. We look for meaning in a face. And of course, I was just making it up. It wasn't there. Ours is a building in the centre of Bristol in Colston Yard. So what we have is a hybrid art gallery and space for hire. When we moved into ours, I was living then for the first time in the city centre, having lived further out for a long time. And I made a whole series of work called City Life, which was buildings that were also people. I wanted them to feel, when people looked at them, as if they were looking at a person. Oh no, it's a building. Oh no, it's a person. Oh no, it's a building. There was just this one series of sculptures, which I'd love to do more of, the city series. I'd like to do them much bigger, not as big as actual tower blocks, but I'd love to go back to that subject. A lot of my subjects are like that, I do something and then it never feels like it's a finished project. It always feels like I'd like to return to that idea.